Hey everyone, and welcome. Have you ever stopped to think about all the incredible ways people around the world celebrate? Today, that's exactly what we're diving into. The amazing festivals and customs that really shape cultures and connect people to their faith. But let's start with a really basic question, something that connects every single one of us. Why do we even celebrate? I mean, think about it. From your own birthday to big national holidays, we all have this built-in need to mark special moments, to come together as a community and just find meaning. So let's take a look at how different faiths tackle that very human need.
All right, so here's what's on the agenda. We're going to take a journey through 6 really distinct traditions. We'll check out some of their most important festivals and rituals. It's going to be a really cool, vibrant look at human culture and spirituality.
So, first things first, we're kicking off our journey by just acknowledging that, celebrations come in all shapes and sizes. Some are loud and full of lights, others are all about quiet reflection. But no matter what they look like, each one gives us this unique window into what a culture truly values and how it tries to answer life's big questions.
Okay, first stop on our tour. We're heading right into the heart of Hinduism to see its most important festival. And trust me, it's a dazzling celebration of light that literally illuminates homes and hearts all around the globe. So, we're talking about Diwali. The name itself literally means a row of lights, and it is, without a doubt, the most important festival in Hinduism. It happens in the autumn, and it's just this incredible time of joy and spiritual renewal. It doesn't just light up homes, it lights up entire communities.
You can just feel the energy during Diwali. It's absolutely incredible. Whole towns and neighborhoods just glow with these beautiful, colorful lights. Families and friends all get together, they share amazing food and exchange gifts. There's singing, dancing, and of course those spectacular fireworks lighting up the night sky. And a really central part of it all is offering prayers to Lakshmi, the goddess of prosperity.
So with all this light everywhere, what does it actually represent? Well, at its very core, Diwali is all about the triumph of good over evil. It's about light pushing back the darkness. This idea is often told through the story of Lord Rama finally returning home after defeating the demon king Ravana. It's such a powerful message of hope, and you can see why it resonates with so many people, right? Okay, so from a festival that's all about external light and celebration, we're now going to shift our focus inward. Our next stop takes us into Islam to look at a time of deep inner reflection and devotion, the holy month of Ramadan and the big celebration of Eid that comes right after.
So, Ramadan. It's the 9th month of the Islamic calendar, and it's a really sacred time for Muslims all over the world. But it's about so much more than just fasting. It's a month for deep spiritual focus, a time to really strengthen one's relationship with God, and also to build empathy for those who are less fortunate. So you might be wondering, what does that look like day to day? Well, during Ramadan, adult Muslims who are able to will not eat or drink anything from sunrise all the way to sunset. Then, following the tradition of the Prophet Muhammad, they'll often break their fast with something simple like dates and water before having their evening meal. It's a month of incredible discipline, and special prayers every evening are a huge part of it.
And then, after this whole month of sacrifice and devotion, you get Eid al-Fitr. The word Eid just means festival, and that's exactly what it is, a super joyous celebration to mark the end of Ramadan. It's a time for thanking Allah for the strength to get through the fast, for visiting family and friends, putting on your best clothes, and sharing some really wonderful meals together.
All right, let's shift gears again. Our journey now takes us to Judaism. And what's interesting here is that some of the most significant days on the calendar aren't loud public festivals. Instead, they're times for quiet, serious, and really profound thinking.
We're starting with Rosh Hashanah, which is the Jewish New Year. Now, when most of us think New Year, we think parties and fireworks, right? But Rosh Hashanah is very different. It's a much more solemn time. It's all about deep, personal reflection, looking back on the year that's passed and taking an honest inventory of your actions and your choices.
Rosh Hashanah actually kicks off a period known as the High Holy Days, and it all leads up to Yom Kippur, the Day of Atonement, 10 days later. During this time, you'll see families gathering for meals with symbolic sweet foods, like apples dipped in honey, to represent the hope for a sweet new year. Then, on Yom Kippur itself, a 25-hour fast is observed. People attend services at the synagogue where the shofar, a ram's horn, is blown. And you'll see many people wearing white, which symbolizes purity and a clean slate.
Now, it's not just about the annual holidays. Judaism also has these really meaningful ways of marking personal milestones. A perfect example is the bar mitzvah.
When a boy turns 13, he becomes a son of the commandment. This marks his transition into religious adulthood. It's a huge moment, where he reads from the Torah for the first time and officially accepts the responsibilities of his faith.
Next up, we're turning to what is Christianity's most important festival, Easter. And what's really fascinating about Easter is how it uses powerful symbols to tell the central story of the faith.
So what is Easter all about? At its very heart, it's the celebration of the resurrection of Jesus Christ, the belief that he rose from the dead on the third day after his crucifixion. This single event is the absolute cornerstone of Christian faith. It symbolizes a brand new beginning and the promise of life after death.
And this story of rebirth is told through symbols that you've probably seen a million times. Take eggs, for instance. They're a classic symbol of new life, right? And a hollow egg can be a really powerful reminder of Jesus' empty tomb. Then there's the tradition of eating lamb, which connects all the way back to ancient Passover rituals. And those hot cross buns, that cross on top, is a direct reminder of the crucifixion.
Okay, for our last section, we're going to touch on two very different but equally fascinating spiritual paths. First, we'll look at Buddhism, which is centered on the idea of enlightenment. And then, we'll explore the theme of ancestral connection, which is so central to many traditional African spiritualities.
So in Buddhism, one of the most significant festivals is called Vesak. It's a really joyful time that actually commemorates 3 huge events in the Buddha's life. And all 3 are said to have happened on the very same day of the year: his birth, his enlightenment, and his passing. To celebrate, followers will often go to temples, listen to teachings, and spend time in meditation and performing acts of kindness.
And finally, let's talk about a theme that's common across so many traditional African spiritualities: this incredibly deep connection to ancestors. In these diverse traditions, it's often believed that the spirits of family members who have passed on still play a really active role in the lives of the living. So ceremonies for major life events, like a birth, a marriage, or a funeral, will almost always include rituals and offerings to thank the ancestors or ask for their guidance. It's a way of keeping that vital link between the past and the present alive.
You know, when you step back and look at all of these together, you start to see this really beautiful pattern. You have Diwali, which is all about light conquering darkness. You have Eid, focusing on gratitude. Yom Kippur is about new beginnings. Easter, about new life. Vesak commemorates enlightenment. And traditional African rituals are all about connection. So many different paths, right? But they all seem to touch on these same deeply human themes.
So I want to leave you with a final thought to chew on. As we look at this incredible tapestry woven from so many different beliefs and traditions, what are the common threads that you see? The threads of family, of community, of hope? It's something to think about. Thanks so much for joining me for this.